presents exciting new opportunities for the investment mind.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
Crypto presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto today at tokenmetrics.com.
All right.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo.
Hello, crypto family, Token Metrics family. Yes, I know it's been a minute. It's been forever. But hey, there's a lot of big news happening this month. Just had to come back here after work and be on the live stream. All right. Let's see who we got here. Let's see who we got. We got, hello, Bull Runner. How are you? Welcome to the moon. Hello, Rocket Ship in the house. We got Kushnud in the house. It's beautiful. We got Hamid. What's up? Good to have you here. Richard, what's up? Why does Avani? What's up? Yes, it's been a while. Been busy running Token Metrics, moving between two cities now, working on the company, but had to come back. All right, so we have a new streaming platform, so I'm getting the hang of it. How's my audio? Let me know how the audio is. We got a lot of things to cover here. Hey, what's up, Achiro? Good to have you here in my home country, Uganda. Hamid says you're waiting for a video like this. Hey, we've been giving the alpha to our customers, but we definitely wanted to come here and give as much alpha as possible. Where have I been? Oh, right now I'm in Austin, Texas. I was in New York City last few weeks. I'm between those two cities. I'm thinking of doing a New York City meetup. So if anybody's in New York City, let me know down below in the comments. We'll have more news on that, probably in the next few weeks or so. All right. So as you see, the agenda for this live stream, or actually, I'm sorry, not the agenda, the title of this live stream is, first of all, Crypto AMA, because it's been forever since I've done an AMA on YouTube. Then top 12 coins for the next market cycle. Then are we in a bull market? And then, yes, the Astrobot Society NFTs. So we have a lot to cover. So let me just go through the comments just to make sure we're good. Sound is all good. Audio is great. All right. Crypto is in Austin, Texas. That's what's up. All right. So let me see how we share this. Just give me a second. All right. Let me add the screen. All right, and make sure you tell your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend, not being in crypto is a financial crime. And tell them we're live. Yes, Ian Balina is live. So if they want to catch me live, just drop this link in any crypto group you're in. Spread this on Twitter, on social media. All right, so first thing I'm going to start with is our market indicator. I don't like how this looks. Let me switch this. Okay, that's better. All right, so first of all, this is the Token Metrics market indicator that tells you essentially, are we in a bull market or a bear market? And the best thing about this is it is free. Yes, this is free. Actually, currently, right now, I'm logged into the alpha platform of our site, which is not available to everybody. But if you go to just tokenmetrics.com, you don't even have to log in. That's the beauty of this. You don't even have to log in. We've made this free because we want to make sure you know whether we're in a bull market or a bear market, because that changes everything in terms of how you invest in crypto, right? So quick recap: buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. By definition, that means buy in a bear market, sell in a bull market, right? You get the best deals when people are forced sellers, when people are exiting, when there's blood in the streets, when people have to capitulate. That's when you get the best 100x returns, the next 400x returns, whether it's a Polygon, a Helium, a Chainlink, or whatever, right? And then in a bull run, you're taking profits all the way up. You don't sell everything, you keep moon bags, but you have a strategy where you take profits on the way up. And this TM market indicator tells you just that. To a T. If we zoom out, right, basically it called the top, right? So the top for crypto market cap was November 7th, 2021. Total crypto market cap was 3.1 trillion. Our indicator was pretty close to that. At 2.8 trillion, it said it's bearish. And once you're in a bear market, you basically have to analyze your portfolio and get out of any super speculative investments. Obviously not financial advice, but basically get out of that. Cash is king, and look for hidden gems. You still want to be in the market, but the risk has been turned off. You're super conservative, waiting for a sure thing. Obviously, nothing is a sure thing, but you're waiting for a sure thing as it gets. You want to invest like Warren Buffett, right? So looking at this, if I was just a simple trader, right, or an investor, using this free page on our platform, Token Metrics, I would have taken profits here and just sat it out and just waited for a sure thing. And there are very few. And then boom, back to bullish. This was basically going sideways, went to bearish, got out, back to bullish. So imagine how much money you would have saved from this crash and from this crash. I mean, that's incredible, right? So anyway, this is our TM market indicator. Now, if we switch to the monthly view, let me actually do 3 months, or maybe a year. I can never mind. So let's do 1 month. So basically, it turned bullish again on July 19th of this year. Then it turned bearish. And if people thought that was wrong, they're like, what the hell's going on, right? First of all, people thought it was wrong when it turned bullish. But we know our data, we know our research, right? Our TM grade is incredible. We believe in it strongly, to a point. I was even telling my team, no, I trust in this, because they're like, it's a false bull market. Yes and no, right? Short-term bullish, long-term bearish, but I think that trend has become too saturated, and I think the opposite is actually true, right? And you notice when this turned to bearish, it was the day it was, I think, last Thursday, when inflation and the Feds were basically back to back. And what the model was essentially telling or picking up was people were getting out of the markets, taking profits, and waiting to see what the Fed says and what happens with inflation. As soon as that was positive, it flipped back to bullish. So I trust this indicator better than anything out there, right? This is actually what our fund trades with, right? So very, very bullish on this. And if we come down here, so we have Token Metrics. We have our AI goes through and rates several data points from market data, quantitative data, on-chain data, sentiment data, and we're basically creating a TM grade that tells you how bullish and bearish we are on a coin, right? So if we go to the token details page, we can look at all the hundreds and thousands of projects we have in our platform and see how many of them have a bullish TM grade. And using that, we basically have this, right? So this is a breakout strategy, and it tells us right now, 74% of coins have a bullish breakout strategy. What does that mean? So that means if we go to a coin like, let's see, DeFi Pulse Index, let me pull that up. And if we go to our visual trends indicator under our automated TA, All right, right. So looking at this, right, this is similar to the TM market indicator, but this is for coins, right? So it's telling us like this coin has turned bullish. Based on the TA, this has turned bullish. It was bearish here. Basically, if you're trading this, you take profits at this price point at 178, buy back at 94, saving you a lot of money, right? So this is bullish. And looking at the market indicator, basically 3/4 of the breakouts are bullish. Then low frequency, 80% are bullish, right? The bull and bear basically looks at the moving average of the last 2 months. This is more of a laggard indicator. So I wouldn't wait for this to turn super bullish. By then, it's probably too late. It's probably time to take profits. Because basically, you want to buy around this range and sell around this range, right? And then looking at our crypto market indicator, looking at this, green tells you we're in a bull run, right? Red was bear market, green bull run, bear market, right? And going down here, we have our Bitcoin and altcoin season indicator. And this is, all these are data points that give you confluence. And these data points are telling us we're in altcoin season, right? Officially on this chart from July 9th, actually, right? It kind of crashed here, bounced back, crashed. Then I would say from July 21st, we've been going up, right? Alts have been doing pretty well, right? And then looking at different sectors, right? You can see the average TM grade by sector, right? So let's say you want to invest purely based on sector rotation, and see what big narratives are happening in crypto. And looking at this, the big narratives, okay, this is not sorting right. Okay, there we go, right? Layer ones are doing pretty well. We have yield farming, synthetics, top gainer in layer ones. We have immutable X. This is actually more of a layer two, but kind of the same thing, or a little bit. Yield farming, interesting that yield farming is doing well while DeFi is not doing so well. But all this is free. So I highly recommend you definitely check it out. Go to tokenmetrics.com, sign up. Use this to gauge when you should get in and get out of the market, right? Okay, so basically right now, based on our data points, we're in a bull market. Now that does not mean this will last forever, but now's a good time to start making money, right? As you see here, the premise of this is you want to know when to shift investment strategies or trading strategies. It could flip on a dime like happened here last week, but the main thing is you have a free tool now that will tell you much better than the fear and greed index what's happening, right? I think this is why we had to make this free, right? And if you go here, this also tells you the percentage of bullish TM grades. So we're trending up. We're trending up. Times have changed, where now the bear market hasn't lasted as long as prior bear markets. However, the crash has happened a lot faster. I think that's primarily due to leverage in the market. People are doing 20x leverage, 100x leverage, whether on Bybit, KeyCoin, Binance, what have you. So the market just moves a lot faster than before. All right, so that's my stance based on our data on what's happening. Are we officially in a bull market? Yes, right? The next question that I do get a lot, Ian, what are the next coins you're buying? All right, so let me actually, I don't have a screen for this, but how do I go? Just give me 1 second. I want to take this off. All right, there we go, full screen. Right, so what are my top 12 coins? Probably even a lot more coins, right? But these are the coins based on our research team going through doing the fundamental analysis, doing the code reviews, and also looking at the tokenomics and the long-term value of these coins. And disclosure, these are coins. Some of them I hold. Some coins, actually, most of them our fund holds as well, Token Metrics Ventures. But I definitely want to share and let you know what I'm viewing in the market and what I think are good investments. And surprise, surprise, most of them are probably coins you already know, right? So going through, almost all of them are L1s. L1s is really where the value is. The way I view this is, yes, we're back to a bull market. Yes, risk has been turned back on. However, if we go back to a bear market, who knows whether Q4, Q3, or even next year. If that happens, you have to have crypto assets you believe will be around for the next 3 to 5 years. That's the time horizon. So you aren't chasing the quick pump. You aren't chasing pumponomics. You're chasing long-term value. And the way I view it is, what crypto assets will survive a bear market that will last 3 to 5 years. Crypto assets that are well funded, and those that have great technology, great fundamentals, and a great community, right? So in no particular order, actually, maybe I'll start by market cap. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull this up again. So if we just go to this by market cap, actually, rather than this switching, just give me, okay, I'll just do live price. All right, so number one, no brainer, Ethereum. You've known since 2018, I've held no Bitcoin. Bitcoin is old news. There is literally no reason to be holding Bitcoin, right? I hate to break it to you. Bitcoin is the gateway to investing in crypto. But once you figure things out, you realize there's no money in Bitcoin, right? So Ethereum is definitely out on there, right? That's the first one. However, Ethereum is becoming the new Bitcoin, right? Eventually, we'll reach a point where there won't really be money in Ethereum. Yes, it will be great technology. Yes, it will be a thriving community and ecosystem, but there'll be no 100x return in Ethereum, right? Ethereum to me is more like a store of value than Bitcoin, right? So I choose Ethereum over Bitcoin, right? So we have Ethereum as the first one. Then as we go down the list, Solana. Yes, I know there was a hack. Yes, I know security hasn't been good, but bullish from Solana, they're war chest. They have way too much money in the bank to go anywhere. In 5 years, they'll still be around. I mean, they could get hacked 20 times. They have enough bankroll to bankroll themselves to keep alive, right? So we have Solana, Polkadot, and Polkadot actually is one of the most undervalued projects we have here, right? Because their tokenomics are great. If we open up Polkadot, right? Their total supply, 1.2 billion, circulating supply. So there won't really be much inflation in Polkadot. Most of the tokens out there are already there, unless I'm mistaken. But looking at the data here, tokenomics are good. And the time grade is also very high on Polkadot, right? So long term, so we've been working on a new automated long-term investor grade. So imagine the same way we invest. Take my old spreadsheet. We have fully automated that. Let me actually showcase what this would look like. Since I have the alpha, we're thinking of making the alpha part of the platform available to our VIP customers. But this is what it looks like. So this is a sneak peek, right? So right now, the TM grade as you currently know it is going back to the old way it was. So we had the daily TM grade, we had the weekly, and we had the monthly. Daily and monthly, honestly, hasn't really panned out too well. So because it's basically a moving average of the daily. By the time stuff happens, it's too late. So we're making everything just purely daily for traders. So if you're a trader, you'll have a toggle here that will say trader grade, and this updates daily. If you're a long-term investor, there'll be an investor grade that basically goes through and looks at the long-term. It factors in the long-term fundamentals of that project plus the valuation. Valuation is key. Something can have great fundamentals, great tokenomics and everything, but actually, I'm sorry, not tokenomics. Great fundamentals, great technology, but if it's overvalued, it is overvalued. It makes no sense to invest in it, right? Textbook, if you look at Casper Network, ICP was a project, had a lot of FOMO, a lot of hype, decent technology. I think we gave it a 75% for code review. But we told people this was overvalued. We said, but if you like this, look at this one, it's down 90%, right? So if we go to the historical price, let me take off TM grade. Look at this, right? When it launched at over $300, May 14th, 2021, and it crashed. I mean, it's now basically about $6, $7, right? Great tech and great fundamentals do not matter all the time. If anything, you have to factor in the valuation, not just the market cap, but the FDV, the fully diluted value. Oh, right. So looking at this, right? a quick litmus test is you don't want to invest in anything long term, especially in a bear market that has its circulating supply under 50%. You want the majority of tokens to be liquid in the market. That way, the rate of inflation or dilution won't really impact you that much, right? Because that's what happened in the last bull run, which was basically DeFi Summer 1, then DeFi Summer 2.0, right? And anytime it was alt season, you had all these launchpad projects basically doing Ponzi-nomics. They would launch with 1 to 5% of the supply circulating, pump it to infinity, and it would just come back crashing. The fact that they had 5% of their supply circulating would tell you that there's 95% inflation going to happen, right? So basically, you'll be losing your purchasing power just by holding that token. So it was a dead end. It was going to come back to zero, essentially. It was going to crash. Unless you're treating that as a pure trade, aka pump and dump, there was no long-term value holding projects like that. So ICP is an example. Casper Labs was one other example. Network. Like your project recovered, we liked the technology, but we said it was way overvalued. And same thing. So if we come back here to the price chart, so what you do with projects like this, you make note that they have good fundamentals, and you add them on your watch list when they launch, and you figure out the price point where it's officially undervalued, and that's when you buy. All right. So this launched at what? $1.31, and now it's 3 cents. I mean, that is insane. That is insane, right? All right. Could have said that about Luna, no? I'm not sure so Token Metrics TM Grade help people save money on Luna. I mean, that was incredible. We were happy people save money on Luna. Actually, not Terra Luna 2. That's not what I want. I guess it's now Luna Classic. Right, so this is the value of having a system that can help you know when to get in and get out of a project. So if we go to Terra Luna, right? So we're looking at the TM grade. Right? Let me take out the price first, right? So if you notice the TM grade for Luna, it was from March 29th to April 6th, it was 88%. Then, as Bill says, it fell out of bed, right? Essentially, when you see the TM grades drop over 80, it's time to take profits. If it drops over 75, 70, it's basically free falling and it's time to get out, right? So when it dropped to 33% on April 11th, let's look at the price of this, right? If you got out at this time, the price would have been $93, right? 93.51. Then the crash happened on May 7th. So you had basically a month, almost a month, right? So it gave you a month notice to get the hell out to GTFO, all right? So sometimes having good research does help. But anyway, back to the 12 coins I'm looking at, right? So let me get off of Luna. We were on the... Anyways, I'm sorry. I was talking about the long-term investor grade. Sorry to just kind of sidetrack, but this is what we're testing. We plan to launch this. And the beauty of this is we have fully automated being able to get data points such as tokenomics in terms of circulating supply, FDV, the inflation schedule, the size of the team, even the quality of investors. Yes, we have built a system. I mean, this is actually kind of incredible. We can get any token, go through using different data sources, find out the investors that invested in those projects, and then we're tracking a portfolio of those investors, basically the entire portfolio, and looking at the average return of their investments, right? And the number of good investments they've had, basically the quality of investors, right? So for instance, actually, let me see if I could pull this up. this would actually be pretty helpful for all of you. This is not, give me 1 second. Why is this not working? Okay, sorry, just give me 1 second. I will get to the questions just after I go through everything, but I want to show you what we've been cooking up in the lab. Right? Why you haven't seen me too much. Team investors fund tracking. Okay, no, that's not it. Maybe we should add some music. Crypto slowdown. Okay, all right, I have found it. Thank you for the patience. Pulling it up now. This is kind of like the old spreadsheet days, back in the day. But I want to show you the beauty of this. So we're taking, basically, this is a spreadsheet view, and we're fully automated this, right? Basically, this is, if I can zoom in, right? These are basically a list of investors in the crypto space, right? Investors you probably know, right? And we're going through and we're looking at the actual investments based on different data providers, and we're plotting the ROI of those investments, not based on private sale price, right? Based on pump and dump Ponzi-nomics, but based on from when they launch on an exchange to the current price now, what VCs or angel investors have a good track record. And then we're rating them based on those data points on how well the investments actually perform once they launch, right? So some names you probably know. So on a scale of 1 to 10, some VCs you know, anything over 8 is pretty good, right? So we got Multicoin Capital. Obviously, they've been hitting home runs with Solana, Helium. Where is this? We've got Electric Capital. We got NGC. We got Paradigm, Binance Labs. So we're getting all the VCs, even angels as well. And we're automating that, and that's part of the fundamental grade. That's part of the long-term investor grade. So this grade that you see here factors in the investors, the smart money. Then same thing with our social media as well. Right. So this is coming soon to you. Right. But anyway, back to the coins I'm looking at. Right. So we mentioned Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Near protocol. Very bullish on Near. There've been some complaints about their developer tooling and onboarding for developers, but they have a huge war chest. They raised a bunch of money. Avalanche as well went to their conference in Barcelona last year. I'm very, very bullish on them. Bullish on Avalanche subnets. Cosmos, very bullish on them. If I go back to the ratings page. All right, so actually, I'm sorry, it was live price. All right, so we said Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Polygon for sure, of course, still bullish on Polygon. If we go to our long-term grade, Polygon is now kind of maybe overvalued, but it's definitely, for now, we're not factoring in just the long-term grade, but just based on what I would buy or what I would have on my watch list. Those are the ones I like, right? So we said Polygon, Avalanche, Near Protocol, Cosmos. Okay, that's that from the top 50. Now we're going to the bottom 50. Helium Network. Although right now, mining helium has become a waste of time, right? I did tease on Twitter that I have found the next helium. I haven't really been this confident or this bullish. Obviously, you never know, but I haven't been this bullish on a project being the next helium, basically the next 400x or 100x return. So I do plan to do a video on it. I plan to do 2 videos. One video doing a deep dive on these coins I'm mentioning, then a video on the next 100x. And all of these videos will be going to our customers first on our research, on TM research, Token Metrics Research. And then maybe a month later or so, we'll make them public so anybody can view them. But for now, we'll give our customers the heads up, right? If you go to research.tokenmetrics.com, I can drop this in. This is where we're putting all our newsletters, our videos. We even have the webinars for those who have the upper plans, right? So this is basically our archive for all our reports. So for instance, let me see. It looks like somebody changed something. Like all the reports we have here, right? So basically, we'll put it up here. We even moved TMTV over here, right? So all the market updates are posted here, and even the premium webinars for our customers, right? So this was the most recent one. Bill was on vacation, but anyway, so we'll put it up here on the research site, and then after a month or so, we'll make it available to everybody. All right, so I said helium, then Arweave actually is on our list, similar to Polkadot. First of all, it's a great infrastructure play for storage, backed by great VCs, smart money, has good funding, and most of the tokens are liquid, right? So not much inflation. So I think this could be undervalued. We have Engine Coin is on our watch list, but I don't think we've purchased that yet. Then we've got Mina Protocol. If you recall, I did an interview with the CEO almost a year and a half ago when they launched on CoinList. Essentially, it's the smallest blockchain out there. Great team, has good funding. They've raised over 90 million. So I believe with good tech and good funding, they'll survive any bear market. So that's definitely there on the list. And let's see what else. We'll do the top 200 market cap. But as we go lower, not too many exciting coins. Now, Harmony is actually one that's now on our funds watch list. Basically, L1s with great technology and great ecosystems and a lot of funding will survive a bear market. Yeah, and looking at our new long-term investor grade, Harmony is actually number one, right? Not looking at the trading signal, but based on this, right? Why is that? If you look at all the other L1s and their market cap, right, and the growth Harmony has, market cap is basically let me see, under 300 million, right? So if you compare that to the other L1s, and Harmony has done a pretty good job. I mean, they aren't the Ethereum per se, and they were hacked, but from a value perspective, it is undervalued. Same thing with Elrod, right? So I think anything on this list that is above 80, so we got 3, definitely worth looking into. I'm not saying buy, not financial advice, but definitely worth putting on a watch list in terms of being undervalued. All right, back to this. Immutable X has good technology, but we haven't really bought this yet. I think the tokenomics weren't quite there. Then let me see what else actually. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything I've been looking at. Yeah, so basically, oh yeah, I forgot. Basically, the one I was missing was Mana, Decentraland, actually. Definitely worth. So basically, quick recap on the coins. Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, Matic / Polygon, Helium Network, Near, Cosmos, Atom, Decentraland / Mana, Polkadot, Arweave, and Mina. So those are the ones that I like, or rather our team likes. Most of them, I own Ethereum, Avalanche, some Solana, Polygon, Helium, and that's about it. Our fund owns most of those and trades a bunch of other coins. Then the ones on my radar, basically looking at this, basically Harmony on my watch list. Well, actually, I would say all the top 5, anything over 80 is going to be on our watch list. So this is dynamic, it's updating. We're still testing this out, but I think the combination of this for long-term investing, plus also using your own research and your own way to invest. And by the way, thank you for all the support for those who bought my book on Amazon. I definitely appreciate it. We've sold more than 15,000 copies, which is incredible. All right, let me actually pull that up here. If you go to Amazon.com and just type in Crypto Investing Guide. This is a great book to give as a gift. We've been giving this away whenever we can. We actually have the book available as an ebook for free on our website for those who want. We also have the audiobook available. This is basically the book, right? Crypto Investing Guide available, audiobook, hardcover, paperback, and Kindle, and also as an ebook on our website. And thank you for the reviews. Definitely appreciate everything. All right, so we've handled that. We've talked about bull market, talked about coins I'm looking at. Now, I'll do a video on what I think could be the next 100x. Let me quickly cover Astrobot Society. For those who don't know, Token Metrics is going Web3. Yes, Web3. We actually have it in alpha already. If I log out here, all right, this is what it would look like. So we're eating our own dog food. Lots of people have asked us, hey, can you guys sell lifetime subscriptions to Token Metrics? We don't want to pay monthly or annually, we want to pay for a lifetime. And before we didn't really think it made sense, but with Web3 and NFTs, it eventually began to make sense. So this is what it would look like. This is still in alpha, still being tested. But basically, you'll be able to log in using your MetaMask, Wallet Connect, or Coinbase wallet, and holding a Token Metrics NFT that represents the plan you have. So the same way you log into OpenSea. So if you have a plan for basic plan or VIP plan or advanced or premium plan, whatever NFT you have, you would just log in using that. So we're going fully Web3. We're eating our own dog food, and we're basically going Web3, right? So very pumped for this. For those who follow us on Twitter, I don't know why you wouldn't if you're watching the stream, but this is basically the Astrobot Society Twitter. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Somebody says we should bring this on Cardano. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not Cardano. We're going where it works, right? Cardano has good tech, but it's always in the future, right? But actually, let me pull up the teaser here. This already has 24,000 views. All right, so that's the teaser. We've partnered with Dino Belli, a great 3D artist. I highly encourage you to follow him. But yeah, so this will be launching. We're targeting for this month, and right now we have a whitelist. But let me first go through the mechanics on how all this will work, right? And basically the idea is we're creating a whitelist. Initially, we invited just our customers and our customers and also early investors in our crowdfund and early investors to the whitelist. Then we've now opened this up officially to our email list, to our community and the public. But the way this works is you join the whitelist, you have an opportunity to mint, kind of like a lottery, an NFT, right? So there are 4 plans. It'll be random, what NFT you get. We haven't determined the price yet, but just know that the price for this lifetime subscription to whatever the plan is, right? They'll all have the same price, right? But it'll be much cheaper than paying for this for a lifetime, right? So imagine if we pull up our actual pricing, this will kind of give you a ballpark figure. Just go to tokenmetrics.com/pricing. Let me pull this up. Okay, all right. Right, so this is basically our pricing, right? So basic plan for 1 year is basically $200. VIP plan for 1 year is $7,500, right? So imagine how much that would cost for any plan for a lifetime, right? But let's say you plan to be a customer for 2, 3 years, 5 years max, maybe, right? If you can purchase a lifetime subscription for that or even cheaper, I think it's a steal. I think it's way undervalued, right? Plus, we'll be launching the NFT grade. I totally forgot to even talk about that. We're launching the Token Metrics AI-based NFT grade. Yes, we're adding NFT to the platform, and we're planning to make this available to all basic holders to give them even more value. And that way, anybody who has an NFT can get NFT grades. Let me see if I can actually preview this. Just give me 1 second. I gotta pull this up. As you see, we've been busy. We've been busy building a lot. That's why you haven't seen me on the live streams too much. But I'm just trying to make the product better and offer our customers even more value. All right, so this is technically still in testing. But I always like to give people previews and sneak peeks on what we're building. All right, but basically, this is the NFT grade. We're going through and we're grading NFTs and collections. So similar to the TM grade, but for NFTs. Right. So here we got, looking at this, obviously not financial advice, still in alpha, not even in beta. Right. So don't go out there and buy these. Otherwise, you might get wrecked. We're still testing things out. But basically, it's going through rating collections. Like here we have Bored Apes. It has this at 58%, basically saying they're kind of overvalued right now. But the cool thing is it can go through and rate individual NFTs as well. Right. So imagine being able to take what you're doing with TM grades and apply them towards NFTs. Right. So it looks like it really likes parallel alpha. Now looking at this, it factors in rarity, collection grade. We give it a price estimate on the NFT and the last sale. Okay, not sure if this last sale numbers look right. Okay, these seem like pretty interesting pieces. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're working on. We're bringing this to Token Metrics, so stay tuned. But okay, what else do I want to cover? Yeah, so if you want to get on the whitelist, follow us on Twitter, and make sure you go to the pre-mint page. I'll drop this in the comments here. But basically, the link is premint.xyz/Astrobot Society. That's ASTROBOT Go there, sign up. Basically, you have to follow us on Twitter, like and retweet, put in your email, and you have to have 0.25 ETH in your Ethereum wallet to sign up. But highly encourage you to do it. If you're already a customer, it makes sense to get lifetime access at a steep discount. So yeah, as Astrobot NFTs, there'll be 10,000 PFP NFTs. We plan to slowly reveal the artwork. We have some special one-of-one NFTs, and we have lots of, how do I put this? Lots of value we plan to offer our customers, the NFT holders that have the NFT. Because we have our customers, but our lifetime customers who purchased the NFT, as I mentioned in the teaser video, boy, do we have the alpha for you, right? Boy, do we have the roadmap. We can't really say too much, but if you follow me on Twitter, basically I posted this video. I highly encourage you to go through. We're actually giving away whitelist spots. So if you want to get a whitelist spot, you can just go to this Twitter page or follow me on Twitter and watch this video, right? But we're trying to offer as much value as possible to our customers. Okay, I've been talking a lot. Let's now segue to the AMA and answer some questions. And then I'm going to have to go have some dinner. All right, so let's begin all the way at the beginning, because I'm sure there are lots of questions, and I want to answer those that came early. All right, let's play some music as we pull up the questions. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sitting throat. It says, lost all my Ethereum on Voyager. So discouraging. Yeah, that sucks. Unfortunately. The one thing I would say is, if you watched my past videos, I always talk about, when it comes to investing, there's always risk, right? I kind of learned this when I took the Series 65 exam for investment advisors. Although I'm not an investment advisor, I took the exam. When it comes to investing, there's always risk, even risks you don't look at, right? You have market risk, being in the market. You have liquidity risk in terms of trading volume, rug pulls, right? Not having enough liquidity. There's always risk, right? And in the videos where I talk about staking, like for me, when it comes to staking, I never put more than 25% of anything I have on any platform, right? Because it's a risk, right? If you put more than that, you have to be willing to risk it. Right? You have to say, okay, you know what? If I get wrecked, this is money I'm willing to lose. Right? So for example, take Polygon, right? I had Polygon. I had a lot of money in Polygon. Thank you, Sandeep and Matic for the 400x. But basically, I put, first of all, I think on the way up, I cashed out 25%, put that into cash. I had 25% on just my Ledger hardware wallet. Then I had 25% staking. Then the other 25% was on Aave, and I think I borrowed against it and got more cash. But basically, you never want to go all in on any project, right? Or company, especially centralized company or even decentralized, right? So for example, Voyager, Celsius, like if you have a lot of money, I know people who they saw Token Metrics signal or the market was turning bearish, put all their cash out and put all of it either in Celsius to earn yield or on UST on Anchor Protocol to earn yield. While both of those strategies were solid, putting everything in there was putting yourself at risk. Now you have to diversify your investment, even when you're stablecoin farming, right? So what I would have done, let's say you're looking to earn yield, you could have put 15 to 25% across different platforms, right? Let's say 25% on Celsius, 25% on some DeFi protocol, 25% on something else, right? That way, if Celsius goes under, you only lose a quarter of your investment, not everything, right? So you want to be fully diversified across different platforms, and even back then, if you're dabbling in DeFi, you want to have some form of insurance. Back then, there was Nexus Mutual and there was Armor Insurance. Armor went to crap, but yeah, I mean, it sucks. At this point, you kind of have to just bounce back, right? As people know, I was hacked back in 2018, lost $2.5 million. I bounced back. The good news is I got the money back as of last year, thanks to the FBI and the DOJ. The hackers are in jail, thank God. But it definitely taught me a lot, right? But you can definitely bounce back. But thank you for sharing that. Let's see. What happened what happened with AstroDAO airdrop? Yes, so AstroDAO is the DeFi protocol Token Metrics has been early contributors to and supporters of. We sent out, so whitelist has closed. The airdrop is scheduled to be coming soon, right? As early as this month, right? So I definitely recommend you join the community, right? We even had a blog post on this, but here, let me just pull this up. AstroDAO. Give me a few seconds here. Actually, for now, looks like that page is still not live. But we do have a Telegram, but I want to make sure you get the right Telegram, not the scam one, because there are lots of scams with crypto. All right, so this is our other. Okay, yeah, this is the Twitter. Basically, I'll drop the official link, so you get the official one. So actually, I don't think the Telegram has been made fully public, which is interesting. I'll have to talk to our team about that. Because we have Telegram and Discord, but it's not been made officially. Okay, yeah, so there it is. Basically, just go to astrodao_org. This is the documentation. Actually, I think, let me actually just ping my team real quick. All right, just give me 1 second. I think maybe because I'm in the US, might be the issue. Give me 1 second, but thank you for asking that. Yeah, because we have a Telegram group, and people have been joining, I think through the email list from the whitelist. but we do plan to start making this public. Let me find the actual links so nobody gets scammed. So here, I'm going to drop the Telegram link in the chat. So many links here. That's the official Telegram link. So t.me/Astradao, ASTRADAO. That's the official Telegram. Then we also have a mirror page we just launched, but that Telegram should have most of the information. But yes, this is going to be an airdrop. So for anybody who signed up, thank you. As us working with the project and the other team members, we always look for ways to offer more value, right? But basically, for those who don't know, Astrodao is basically a platform similar to our indices, but on DeFi, right? The idea is to create a platform where anybody can launch an index, right? So think of this as our indices automated through DeFi, built on Ethereum. So it's going to be launching soon. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, all right. Let me go back.
Questioning myself if I believe it though. No longer question if I'm really a believer though. Now you should take into account that my account can build my belief. Take into account I must account for what I really think. Being in the space I learned to see. I only ever make what every day I can't believe. I gotta go.
I'm trying to find where I dropped off with the questions.
I believe it in my mind, so I know it's time to show. It's the only vibe to go. I do believe it. Do you believe it?
Okay, when will you do a meetup in Dallas, Texas? Not anytime soon, unfortunately. I'm between Austin, Texas, and New York. Next meetup will likely be in New York. That's what we're currently looking at. Okay, Casper Network. What's your view on this? No one ever talks about this project. Is centralization its only problem? It has pretty good technology, but as mentioned before when it launched, it was overvalued, one, and two, there was no developer ecosystem. So until you see traction with developers building on their blockchain, it makes no sense to invest in it, unless you're trading it, right? Because one is overvalued. Now the valuation has been hit, right? But two, you have to look for actual adoption, right? So that's why it's not doing too well. 1x on Ethereum, and we almost flipped Bitcoin. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Bitcoin is old news. I mean, it makes no sense to even hold it. I've been hitting this home since 2019, 18. But now we have to get ready. Ethereum, while solid, is once it flips Bitcoin, it's the next Bitcoin. There's no money to be made in Ethereum. It's basically almost a stable coin, right? So we'll have to find the next Ethereum, right? And the L ones I mentioned, that's the list of the next Ethereums. I would add maybe the layer zeros. We covered layer 0 and some other one. I think, was it Atmos? But definitely worth looking at. Thank you, Andrew. Good to see you too. Good to be back. Why doesn't Token Metrics update every time we refresh the page? Does it have to take a full day? It should. I mean, I would just do maybe a hard cache refresh. On Mac, it's Command-Shift-R. On Windows, I haven't used Windows in forever. I think it's Shift-Control-F5. Now, if that's still giving an issue, I would just contact support@tokenmetrics.com. I thought Ian sold the business, cashed out all his crypto, and moved to the moon. Definitely not. Definitely not. We still have lots of alpha to give to our customers and audience. Stay tuned. That's why I'm here. I mean, we're doing Astrobot Society, AstroDAO. We're launching long-term investor grade, NFT grade, and it's a bull run. Definitely here. All right, let's see here. Thoughts on Bitcoin dominance. I mean, I don't think it really matters. The only thing I would look at is if you go to our market page, which is free, as I mentioned. All right, bringing this back up on screen. All right, Bitcoin dominance right now is 40%, right? But the real metric I look at is one, we're in a bull market, right? And basically, all these coins are bullish because this is where the money is made, right? And then looking at this, when it's green, we're in a bull run, and right here, altcoin season, right? Basically, the crazy thing about this bear market is, yes, Bitcoin went down. It was an altcoin season, but Bitcoin lost money as well, right? So if anything, you're better off just being in cash, right? Obviously not stablecoins, because stablecoins with UST, that whole debacle, right, didn't pan out too well. But right now, we're in alt season. So Bitcoin, one, is losing money during Bitcoin season, right? And it's not really going up in a bull run. So why hold Bitcoin is a question. If anybody who holds Bitcoin, I ask you to ask yourself. All right. Thoughts on Bitcoin dominance? Ben Cohen said should go back to 50 plus. It could, or it couldn't, right? Right now, you have the Ethereum merge happening, right? You have ETH 2.0, like proof of stake. That's a big factor. I mean, that's a huge factor. I mean, I think when that happens, I mean, flipping, here we come, right? So that's what I would have my eyes on, not the Bitcoin dominance. I would look at Ethereum dominance, actually. Token Metrics is also super undervalued. Can we invest in it before it 100,000x? Thank you. Not at the moment, but thank you to anybody who was part of our crowdfund on WeFunder. We appreciate it. And if you're a customer, thank you so much. The only thing I would say is we have the mint sale coming for the lifetime NFTs. I'm here for a reason, right? I think this is one of the biggest opportunities we have for our community to purchase Token Metrics subscriptions at a discount and get an NFT and become part of Token Metrics going fully Web3, right? That's all I can say. Actually, maybe I'll say is I do like Bored Apes, because I do have a Bored Ape, that's my Twitter profile. And I also like how they've kind of built I like how they've gone Web3, right? And how they've offered lots of value to their community. And I'll leave it at that. All right. Please make Token Metrics subscription more valuable, or more affordable. I'm sorry. Well, that's why we're selling the lifetime subscription at a discount, right? And we always give coupons here and there. And we're also giving away whitelist spots. So I highly encourage you to do that. Cosmos ecosystem is growing a lot. Yes, yeah. Cosmos is one of the chains that's getting lots of adoption. The main challenge, though, the cryptocurrency hasn't really accrued value, right? With all these other blockchains using the Cosmos SDK, from Secret Network to even Terra Luna and others, their token is not capturing the value as much as we would like. That's the dilemma with Cosmos. But if you had Cosmos, if you had Atom, their airdrops, they give a lot of value, right? Because it has been airdrop season in the last year or two. Next, Helium is Nodo. No, it is not. But that was an interesting project. We did cover it. It scored over 80%. But this project we're going to cover, we have not covered this publicly yet. Now, I did share the project to our VIP network and also on the customer webinar. So customers, they probably already know it. But no, it hasn't launched yet. And the best part about this is going to be almost a fair launch project, right? So, but I'll do a deep dive on it one of the few times I do videos, because I think it's something definitely worth doing a video on. Same way I made videos on Helium and on Polygon. No ADA or HBAR. I mean, Cardano hasn't really done much in terms of adoption. I mean, good technology in theory, but the actual adoption and Hedera Hashgraph, that's an enterprise blockchain, and that's not really being widely used in terms of why do they need the token. I mean, it's a good project, it's a decent project, but it's not one I would be running to. What's up, Daniel? Daniel says he's in New York. That's what's up. New York meetup coming up soon. We got Derek in Brooklyn. All right, I like Brooklyn. Good views in Brooklyn. Most people in crypto in Brooklyn are in Williamsburg, I've been told. All right, so looks like I lost my place in the chat. Let me go back to the rest of the questions. Yes, let's go Astrobot. Absolutely. Yeah, so this is the link for the Twitter, twitter.com/Astrobot Society. Definitely give us a follow. Ian, when is the pre-mint selection/raffle? No date has been announced. But soon. I would say within a month or so. Could be, I would say probably anywhere. I would say soon. Basically, just join the link. Everything is based on how many people we have on the list and the timing. But soon is basically what we're going for. When NFT launch on Avalanche? We looked into Avalanche, actually, but not for the NFTs. Right now, there's more adoption for NFTs on Ethereum. But for Astra DAO, actually, working with the team, Avalanche, right now we want to first launch on Ethereum. Once we're on Ethereum, then look into other blockchains, right? So Avalanche, Polygon, and so on. I have been in since the early days. I definitely appreciate that, Samad. If you're an early customer and you're still with us, oh man, you will. The reward is coming. Right? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We definitely appreciate all the support. Is Astra DAO still on the works? Actually, it's done. I mean, by next week we'll actually be launching on mainnet. Right? So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter. Join the Telegram and Discord. We put out the mirror page. Let me see what the mirror link. I could pull this up. Let's see. Yeah, we have so many projects coming out this month and next month. It's kind of wild. But we kind of had to time it like that. All right, so we're bringing this back up. Yeah, so this is the mirror page, or the blog, introducing the Astra DAO, basically everything it's all about, the token allocation, the governance, and all that, right? And this will be an airdrop. Thank you to everybody that joined the whitelist. So we'll drop this blog link in the chat. But yeah, I mean, we're looking to offer as much value as everybody. Hey, what's up, Barry? Good to have you on the stream. All right, so let me see where I lost my place with the questions. Back with the music.
DJ on the beat.
Okay, what about WeFund benefits? So for WeFund investors, those who are in our crowdfund, thank you so much. You did get an email last week, if not even earlier, to get early whitelist access, right? So basically, our customers and investors got early access to register for the whitelist, right? So definitely make sure you got that email. If you did not, go to or just email us at support@tokenmetrics.com with your WeFunder email, and we'll take care of you, right? We definitely appreciate all our investors. Thank you for believing in us and putting money in us, right? And the support. So thank you, Bryant. Appreciate that. And this is the pre-mint page, premint.xyz/Astrobot Society. Yes, and yes, Christopher, 0.25 ETH is not the mint price, FYI. That's just the minimum to have in your Ethereum wallet for pre-mint. The price has not been finalized yet, but stay tuned. All right, good question. Ian, still have long-term confidence in Helium? Very good question. Helium is getting almost 1 million, if not, they've crossed 1 million hotspots. But right now, I'm not even mining my Helium anymore. I moved places. I'm not even mining it. I am still staking it, but mining it is pointless if you live in a big city downtown. It's basically paying you peanuts. If anything, I believe it makes more sense to just buy and hold, or basically be a long-term investor. So in that aspect, yes, I'm still bullish. Because if you notice during the crash, Helium only crashed like 80% from all-time high versus alts. I think it was 85%, but I think it was 80% versus alts that dropped 95%. So in that aspect, Helium is pretty solid. However, the big critique on Helium is there's no actual adoption. Nobody's actually using the hotspots to buy their token to put data on. So that's the dilemma. Ian, if you're bullish on DOT, what are your thoughts on Moonbeam? Moonbeam is good, but the tokenomics are not good. That's the issue. If we pull this up on metrics, so Moonbeam. Right. So I mentioned earlier, in a bear market, even though we're in a bull market based on the market indicator, it can flip real quick. But in general, as a long-term value investor, you don't put your money in something like, because right now, circulating supply, 335 million, total supply, basically 1 billion. So 70% of the supply almost hasn't hit the market yet. So you have 70%. You have more than 2x of the current supply coming on the market eventually. So for this to hold its value, right, it basically has to do very well. It has to keep on going to keep up with the rate of inflation happening. Not good, right? So I'm not saying you can't make money on this. You could, but I'm saying long term, it has to perform really, really well for you to hold it, right? So that's why I would rather have Polkadot than Moonbeam, right? And I haven't looked at the price. Price went from what, 13.55 to 80 cents. All right. Now TM grade has gone up, so trading this might not be too bad. It's over 70, but it makes no sense at the moment, right? Because looking at their supply to the good thing about the long-term grade, we automate this for you, right? The way we think in terms of their tokenomics, the supply, the FTV, and all this, that definitely matters. Let's see. Any thoughts on Gala Games? Nothing at the moment. I would just go to what we have on Token Metrics on the TM grade. Okay. I bought your book and supposed to receive NFT of it, and I've invested in TM as well. But till now, I've not received my. It was on the book mint page. An email was sent out. I would check your email. If not, check the spam folder. If not there, I would just email support. But basically, if you go to, let me pull up the page here. Yeah, so this is the page. It's nft.tokenmetrics.com. This was the first NFT project we launched. Then you just connect your wallet here, right? So if your wallet was whitelisted from buying the book, right, because we then also email books@tokenmetrics.com. Now, I think there was maybe a deadline and cutoff for that, but I would email our team to figure out all those details. But this is the page where it happened. And all the book holder NFTs also were sent an email to get early access to whitelist for the Astrobot Society NFTs. So that's the additional value we're giving. But I thank you for bringing that up. Is the Discord legitimate? If it's on our official Twitter and website, then yes. Actually, we don't have a website yet for a public website because right now it's private for Astro DAO, and the only thing we have for Astro DAO is just the documentation, which is docs.astrodao.org. That's what we have. So actually, I would just use that. So pulling this up, right? Docs.astrodao.org. I'll drop the link. Then that has the link to all our socials for AstroDAO. All right, so it's got our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Medium. Actually, this should be updated to our mirror page. Let me actually send this to our team. But yeah, that has all that information. All right. Moving on. Is it too late to sign up for the AstroDAO airdrop? Yes, whitelist was a while back. I think it closed in March or April. So for now, just join the community and stay tuned. My thoughts on Neo Protocol. I kind of shared this earlier. Neo Protocol, good technology, lots of critiques in terms of developer onboarding and tooling, basically for the ecosystem. But basically, Neo Protocol is Ethereum 2.0 ahead of schedule. They have to just get developers on board. They are well funded, so they aren't going anywhere. Are you still using Nodal, and what do you think? I haven't really used it. I had it here on my computer to mine, but I haven't really been using it at all. Okay, Ian, you don't hold BTC, but doesn't it still make for good collateral for borrowing and store value? I would not borrow an asset that can crash. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to use Ethereum because I can borrow using DeFi and not so much through decentralized entities, right? Because obviously Voyager, Celsius, they got wrecked. Now, obviously there was UST and Anchor Protocol. But for me, I still prefer a decentralized entity where I have control over a centralized entity. Right? That's one thing. Right? Then two, I'd rather use stablecoins to borrow. I'd rather use USDC. Tether and all the other stablecoins I would not really use. I would actually use that, I would use USDC or DAI. I trust that over, because one, that's stable, but I trust them over BTC. That Bitcoin can crash, 10% in one day? The most Bitcoin has crashed. Black Swan, when is this? When COVID happened and America closed its borders, Bitcoin dropped 20% in one day, right? And alts dropped 40% in one day, right? So why would you use that to borrow against? So I'd rather have USDC, which is stable, borrow that, right? Or just take the altcoins I already have and I'm holding anyway long term and borrow against that, because they have higher upside. Plus, I can borrow against them, right? For example, like Polygon, you can borrow against Polygon on Aave, right? So I'd rather do that than Bitcoin. Alrighty. Ian, is time dead? Yeah, I mean, time is dead. Unfortunately, that project got wrecked. I got wrecked on it too. But the main thing is risk management. Not putting in more than you're willing to lose. I put in 5% of my portfolio at the time. Then, as mentioned on Moon Mission, each week I was basically selling the rewards, right? So I was able to recoup some money, not all of it, but the wreckage wasn't too bad, basically, right? But by minimizing risk, you prevent from capitulating, right? Because that's the main thing in crypto. What would be the next helium? Well, video is coming soon. If you're a customer, we'll send out the newsletter and video once it's ready. Hopefully, I'll say this month is a target, because it hasn't launched yet. What do I think of Alameda Research? They're one of the best traders out there. Alrighty. Ian, you're too mysterious with Astrobot. Drop some alpha. Haha. Well, this is the alpha, right? All I'm saying is you're gonna wanna have a lifetime subscription through the Astrobot NFTs. That's all I'm gonna say, right? That's as alpha as it can get. Let's see. All right. I'm seeing some interesting comments here. Hey, Ian, are you still bullish on Audius? Cheers from Brazil. Actually, do I still have my Audius? I think I still have some Audius I'm staking, but I think I sold a good portion of it. Actually, I even totally forgot about it. After that check, I think either I sold most of it or I still had some that was locked up in staking. But I mean, it's a good project, but right, tokenomics not really the best in a bear market. So in terms of music NFTs, it could be, it's one of the better projects, but the main thing, tokenomics. Okay, so let me see what the issue was. Yeah, FDV is under 400 million. Circulating supply actually is good. I think it's just adoption. It hasn't really taken off, but it's not where I would put a large portion of my portfolio at the moment. Okay, if you go Web3, what happens if you get hacked and lose your Token Metrics NFT? Good question. I mean, that's crypto for you. I mean, I would say hopefully use a ledger hardware wallet so you're less likely to get hacked. Obviously, people saw what happened with Slope and Phantom wallets for Solana. So I would definitely practice good security measurement. That's actually in the book, Crypto Investing Guide. There's a chapter on security. Right? Basically going through the lessons I've learned getting hacked in crypto. So I highly encourage you to go to that chapter. All right. What are the possibilities of the upgrade not working and crashing all of Ethereum? Well, going back to what I said earlier, there's risks in everything, right? It's all probability. What do you think is probable? And how do you manage that risk, right? So going from ETH1 to ETH2, from proof of work to proof of stake, there's risk in that. All right. So you manage that risk. One, not having all your wealth in Ethereum. So you diversify by investing in other crypto assets. So for example, Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, Solana, Near, Cosmos, basically top 12 coins I mentioned. Let's take that as an example, right? Let's say you take those 12 coins and you put your money 1 out of 12 in each one, right? Basically, what's that, like 8%, 9%, right? So 8% in each, 8 to 9% in each one. That's one way to hedge and minimize the risk. If Ethereum has a black swan event and crashes, you're not wrecked, right? The other way would be maybe take some profits and maybe sit it out, right? Maybe hedge with a short, but I don't really do shorting. But the ways to manage the risk is basically what I'm saying, right? Your position should not be large enough to a point where you're worried about Ethereum crashing. If that is, then maybe reduce the position, meaning taking profits, and maybe find other ways to hedge is what I would say. Celestia is most promising project. It's on testnet now. Yes, we covered this one. This and Layer 0 were the 2 Layer 0 projects we covered, I believe. Definitely worth keeping on your watch list. Is Phantom on my list? No, it is not. Actually, what was the reason? It definitely had decent technology. I think it just didn't make the cut out of all the projects we were looking at, especially with their founders, Andre Cronier, and somebody else leaving. It will take a while to come up or to bounce back. All right, I think we kind of answered most questions. We've gone for an hour and a half. I think that is good. It's 7 p.m. over here in Austin. Time for me to go get some dinner, actually. All right, so with that being said, thank you so much, as we like to say. Let me see.
We just landed on the moon in the Lambo. Taking pictures with the zoom.
All right, thank you, Crypto family. Be sure to follow us everywhere, Token Metrics, and make sure you join the whitelist for Astrobot Society and the community for Astro DAO. Yes, the airdrop is happening. If you signed up for it, you're in good hands. Not financial advice, and it's not a Token Metrics project, but we were early supporters and contributors of the project, and we're here to help share anything we think could be helpful. This is in no way, shape, or form a recommendation to invest in Astro DAO or even the NFT project, right? But with that being said, I want to make sure you guys know what's happening, the cool stuff we have in store for all of you. And as usual, let me do this again.
We just landed on the moon.
The moon is not the limit. To the moon and beyond. Thank you, Crypto family. Thank you, Token Metrics family. We'll see you on the moon. All right, let me do the outro. Where is this? What happened to the outro? Man, this. I don't know. Okay, all right, there we go.
Crypto presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto today at tokenmetrics.com.